Well, you know I love talking, or else why would I do it? Yeah, talking is my thing, I think. Expounding upon things that accumulate in my brain. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a beautiful, glorious day. Overcast, as they say. Solar eclipse. Our area gets their best view between 11:30 in the morning and 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. The prime spot, I understand, we get the maximum amount of coverage, the eclipse, somewhere in the Europe area. I can't recall anymore. I think it was somewhere. On the other side of the planet, just based upon where this is occurring relative to our where we're at in the place in our orbit around the sun. So yeah, changed our perspective changes as the Earth circles around the sun because it's on like an axis. So certain times of the year you get more sun, and other times of the year you get less sun. And right in the middle, the equator is kind of like almost neutral. Oh, daylight equals dark light, or no light. Daylight equals no light throughout the year. Doesn't change. It stays relatively speaking. It's because the axis is turning. It's uh, spinning, and so different parts of this Earth see sun in different ratios as it goes going around. When it gets exposed, yeah, a different print on the Earth in the summertime than on the Earth in the wintertime. So, for whatever region you're looking at, in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, it's kind of like opposite. Well, no, actually, it usually that's right. It runs opposite because of the relationship into the orbit around the Earth. And being projected from that south exposure relative to the angle of the Earth going around the sun. So as it works is the southern hemisphere has their summer while we have our winter, and vice versa. That's the way it works. Yeah. The time of year when you get to face exposure to the sun as you're circling around the planet. Anyway, enough about that silliness. Yes, yeah. It's one of those things that's made planet Earth habitable for to have life exist, without, I shouldn't say, severe protections and stuff like that. I think in the future, we could maybe inhabit kind of very hostile planets just by being able to create a safe space for habitation within that. It's just like it's a vessel that you carry somewhere. You create your own provided atmosphere for living in. It could be like covered domes, covering major portions. I mean, you see that science fiction stuff. Or it's, yeah, I mean, it's probably, yeah, I mean, it's probably it's not a terribly well, anything you could think of in terms of like constructing something, you can generally be done. It could be done. It's like maybe not today, not by our technology, or right, what we would be able to do. I don't know. I mean, people could start thinking about stuff like that, though. Well, I'm sure they are thinking about it. And enormous mass, that would be the thing. To have to. Oh, well, you know what? That's, see, that's where science fiction kind of maybe created um, I'd say I guess a mental mindset of what a dome city might look like. And that makes sense. That could almost be large enough to have its own atmosphere and everything. But I think, well, what about basically being able to provide that same kind of atmosphere, just within your immediate living space? So I mean, it's underground. You see many cities in that, or civilizations, or conclaves where people congregated in down in the earth to protect themselves. When you think about it, if you had the means to create the atmosphere and a sufficient supply of it to maintain you could live, almost exist in almost anywhere, providing that you develop the technology to inhabit that space, and whatever that might mean, getting there, constructing, what would it be constructed of, a system of where you'd inhabit a place that, hey, for us, it provides nothing but more than just a vehicle. We need a place to kind of secure ourselves, and well, I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be other planetary considerations as to, an ideal candidate. We could maybe say like be able to provide the mineral resources, so and then maybe has no atmosphere you could breathe or anything like that, but maybe you can provide the material resources for a civilization to exist, provide the power, the energy, to facilitate life and living, and or it could be a combination of things. See, I could see the idea of a big dome. It's like creating as we grow as a society, and our assets grew in the favor of public not just see display, but things built for all of us to participate and see. The benefits all. It's like, what will future housing look like? Let's take a picturesque look at what the future might look like. Think about where people would live. I don't know. I think you'll see. I don't know how the population thing goes. I know they say the population is decreasing. There could be a lot of things that could determine, Well, I think you'll see a streamlining of accommodations. Um, big wide open space buildings, constructions. Uh, I think people will. It'll just become a natural thing. It's like, oh, here's a good analogy. It's like compare driving your Honda Civic out there, uh, compared to say buying a 1969 Buick Century. It's like it's like you look at that kind. It's like you can see them in custom shows and stuff like that, and in certain circumstances, they be really wild, exotic hot rods. But it's just a daily driver compared. Like it's like a spaceship or something. It's like some weird manifestation from some designer's brain of what would like. What is that? Like, compared to what you drive. I mean, that's all. Then, if that was what you got, you said, "Yeah, okay, that's cool." Today, you look back at it, it's just, that's like form over fashion or something like that. Everything looks kind of the same. Really, everything just looks the same to me. Because once a style is it's kind of like how'd you say it's the whole industry. They're all in lock-sync with that. And it's like, and I think the reason why that is not because they're just because it's like they don't want with the danger of, especially big brand Toyota, Honda, whatever, big names. That when you can't afford the big name, you want the thing that looks the next best close to looking like it. So you see a lot of that clothing stuff. The style stuff. Some style leader in a line, and you see everybody's copying that. It's like sometimes you can't tell which stuff without looking at the grill or something. I mean, it's just the basic like SUV shape. So what else? It's optimizing, I guess, based on engineering things. There's safety things. I'm sure they go into that too. SUVs traditionally have been very unstable vehicles on the road. Poor performance, in accident situations. So, yeah, they're short and it's like they're not as stable as a longer and lower car going down the road. So it's easy to get to set one of those SUVs that tumbling. And relative to a regular car, you just make a sharp turn. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. There goes your Escalade, rumbling down the road. Sparks flying everywhere. Everybody's holding on. Get us home safe, Lord. Everything comes to a clunk. The doors pop open, and nobody's drunk. They survived that. Tumbling Escalade down the road. Held together. It was important. And it delivered its load. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Escalade is, what is Escalade? It's that Cadillac's SUV thing, isn't it? Like the Lincoln Navigator for Ford. Like the big jock SUVs. And, the status ones. The intellectuals go for the Subarus and Volvos. And then the sporty group, they like those German gals. BMW, Mercedes, Audi. Audi, Volkswagen. Yeah, everybody it's a German thing. So German engineering coming to Excel. I will talk more about it in a minute. I'm going to cut it off before I exceed my